Hi everyone. So on this video, I'm going to discuss three things. First is that despite a good budget where a lot of tax cuts have been given to the middle class, the stock market is not performing well as of now. So why is that the case? Number two, there has been a trade war that has been announced in the US that Trump is going to put tariff on three of its biggest trading partners. Is something going to happen to India also because of this? The global cues are not good. On top of that, the INR has fallen quite aggressively today, right? And since October of 2024 up until now, in just 4 5 month period, the INR has depreciated by 3.5%. This is like crazy fall in INR. So, what is going to be the impact of this trade war, fall of INR? Third and finally, how am I going to invest in the Indian stock market? I'll give you a commentary. Will I be moving more money to the US? The short answer is yes. I'll give you a data based analysis on that as well. This is a very important critical video where you need to watch it till the end. If you don't have the time, please do not watch half of the video. It serves no purpose. Unless you have the time to absorb the full commentary, don't watch this video. So the first key point let's discuss is around the US trade war, because this is a global cue that is happening. So basically what has happened is that Trump has come out and said that I'm going to put tariffs on three of my biggest trading partners. So here is where the data lies, that with Mexico, US trades a lot. It is its biggest trading partner, and on Mexico it is going to put 25% tariff, on Canada it is going to put 25% tariff, and on China it is going to put 10% of the tariff which is produced in China. So as a result, some companies, for example Nike, right, so this is one of the stocks on my US portfolio, it has corrected by 2 to 3% in a day now, despite being already in an undervalued zone. Now why was that the case? Because see, most of the manufacturing from Nike happens in China. Now if the Chinese good is flowing into the US market, then they are going to put tariff on it, and this is not great for the world economy, because that means that there will be a lot of individual power centers. जैसे US अपनी economy को project करने में लगेगा, their own manufacturing. China has also come out saying that we will retaliate. Canada is saying I don't know what. So the point being that this is not good for the world economy. Point to be noted here is very simple, that see, we are not in the expanding phase of the economy right now. Why is this important? I'll explain you in part 2. But this is the first critical takeaway. Natural question comes that okay, what is going to be the impact on India? क्योंकि इन पे तो इतने 25% लगा दिया है. So okay, so for that you first need to understand the US India trade relationship. So India is not even in the top 10 trading partners of the US. So ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारी economy पे there is going to be like crazy impact or something of that sort. But there is something very interesting that I want to highlight. So here is the snapshot of India-US trade that you can see. So what exports do US take from India? So this is us sending stuff to US, and this is US sending stuff to India. Okay, so this is exports from the US. So this is the stuff that we are sending to the US. एंड आप देख सकते हो कि जैसे पर्ल्स वगैरह हो गया, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, फार्मा, मिनरल्स. सो यहाँ पे स्टॉक मार्केट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से दिस इज वेयर इम्पैक्ट कुड कम फॉर इंडिया. ओके, एंड यहाँ पे भी मोस्टली एपीआईज होती हैं विच आर जेनेरिक इंग्रेडिएंट्स विच इज यूज्ड टू मेक इवेंचुअल मेडिसिन. सो यहाँ पे कुछ इम्पैक्ट आ सकता है, बट आई डोंट थिंक दैट इंडिया इज गोइंग इनटू अ ट्रेड वॉर विद द यूएस. इंडिया वालों ने हार्ली डेविडसन पे टैरिफ कम कर दिया कि ठीक है, इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी विल रिड्यूस. इंडिया हैज ऑल्सो अनाउंस्ड quite a lot of allotment to nuclear reactors and all this stuff, given US in mind already. So India has already bent down to the US. Okay, so I don't think that this trade war is going to create like massive negative impact on the Indian stock market. Now this does not mean that the Indian stock market cannot fall. What it simply means is that the direct impact of US China trade war is going to be greater on US and Chinese economy, but the impact of this trade war is not going to be that big of a deal for India. In fact, if you think second order, that okay, US is going to pick up fights with like Mexico, China, all these countries, and at the same time India is side of bending down to the US, it's actually good for our economy. Okay, so this is what I would say, and this is where I will leave this commentary. So then comes the second point, that okay, by that logic we should invest like crazy amount of money in India. Now before you do that, you need to understand two macro points. The first key macro point is that see, due to US trade war, there is going to be massive risk in the world, and that is the reason why INR has fallen to 87 rupees now, right? And this fall has been very sharp. I would encourage you to just go and play around with this chart. You yourself will see that from October of 2024 up until now, almost like how many months? 4 months. In 4.5 months, INR has fallen by 3.5%. Now ये काफी बड़ा number हो जाता है, right? Because general fall of INR compared to US dollar is 4%, roughly 4% a year. But In 4.5 months itself, INR has fallen by 3.5%. This is a very big problem that is happening. Natural question comes that, okay, INR गिर भी गया तो ऐसी क्या आफत आ गई, right? I mean, it's not as if that, you know what, I'm moving to America and buying like US dollar, this, that stuff. So see guys, what happens is that India is primarily an importer. We are a net importer country, which means what? That we are getting stuff from outside of India into India, right? For this, most of this trade happens in US dollar. Now, if US dollar is gaining strength compared to INR, what does that mean? That means that things are becoming more expensive for us. So a fall in INR is not generally a good thing for Indian rupee. Our counter viewpoint gets presented that, see, okay, fine, this is just one half of the equation. The second half of the equation is that we export stuff also. So if USD is getting strength and INR is falling, then that means that, you know what, Indian market is getting cheaper for foreign investors. Absolutely yes, and this is 100% correct. But if we cannot create enough appeal in the Indian stock market or Indian investments in general, then this fall in INR compared to US dollar becomes a problem. And this is where the entire equation comes into the mix. Because right now, if you hear like, you know, Congress people, they'll say, you know, INR gir gaya, ye wo, Jui Chawla jokes and all that stuff. If you hear BJP people, they'll say, ki kuch nahi hota INR girne se, do you want to spend money like USD? You need to understand a holistic perspective. That's see, fall of INR is not really a problem as long as we are exporting. Our markets are lucrative for foreign investors. But unfortunately, what is happening in the Indian economy is that we are not giving enough growth. As a result, foreign investors think that, you know what, why should I go to India, take so much risk just to make my 10-12% returns? Isse acha, I'll just stick to the US only because there is more risk. US-China trade war होगा अभी, दुनिया भर की चीजें होंगी. Then also, US economy is like 20 times stronger than India's economy. So I'll stick there only. Why should I take risk with their money? So therefore, there has been a lot of selling by FIIs. Again, you can check this data. This outlines the entire selling of FIIs. Since 2020, they have been selling in the Indian market. Natural question comes, when will they return to the Indian market? When Indian market becomes deeply discounted. If you aggregate point 1 that I told you and point 2 that I just told you, you will feel okay, on one side you're saying that, okay, the US-China trade war / US-Mexico-Canada trade war, that is not going to have a direct impact on India. But on the flip side, you're saying that, you know what, foreign investors are fleeing away from the Indian market. So what should I do if I'm an Indian investor? So let me give you some perspective, right? And this is a central chart that you should know. So I will show you and we will talk about like 2-3 zones here, and the first zone that I would like to speak about is the 2001 all the way till 2008 ki peak jo thi. Okay, so this was one cycle or one market cycle, and here India benefited quite a lot. Why? Because September 2001 se aap dekhoge up until 2008, how much did the market give returns? So it gave roughly 600% returns in these 7-8 years. बोलोगे कि 7 years में 600% return, that is crazy, right? And this is the period that actually made Indian investors deeply rich. Okay, now comes natural question कि भाई ऐसा क्यों आता? इसका बहुत simple सा reason ये निकल के आता है. See, the world was expanding during that time. This was one of the phases when the world started paying a lot of debt, right? There was massive expansion of debt. In fact, this debt continued to go up after 2008, but उसका impact इतना ज़्यादा नहीं था, right? Then after 2020, again उसका भी impact इतना ज़्यादा नहीं था जितना इस phase का था. So this was a massive growth rate for the world because A, there was debt expansion, and number 2 was that there was global peace, right? And the world was trying to trade within themselves more. So this was a more relaxed policy or a more liberal world. And then came phase 2. जैसे for example, अगर आप 2008, then again you pick that 7-8 year period, जैसे यहाँ से गिरा, right, यहाँ पे recover कर गया. So we will look at it. If we consider this phase, right, from here to, let's say, almost 2020. So यहाँ पे कितना था? 115% run up ही था, right, till the 2020 COVID crash, right? And this phase started from roughly 2011, right, all the way till this. So in a 10-year span, only 115% run up had happened. So this is a very important note that you need to understand, because here I'm talking about general cycles, okay? So now the third cycle, or the most interesting cycle that I will try to explain it to you, is the 2016 cycle. Now in 2016 also, US had a trade war with China, okay? And this started somewhere here, okay? So from 2016, right? And it lasted till like 2018 2019, but COVID तक का return देख लेते हैं. Now this was a shrinking phase for the world, right? Why? Because the world started trading less. Okay, जैसे 52% run up आया है in how many years? From 2016 to 2020. So which gives you an average CAGR of around like 11-12%, which has been the standard market rate. Now comes very natural question कि see boss, we are sitting in 2025, right? This is the situation, right? And इससे थोड़ा सा zoom कर देता हूँ. And what is the data that we know? So we know 2-3 data points. The first key data point is that see, this is definitely not an expansion phase like 2000 to 2008 and all that stuff. This is the shrinkage phase of the GDP. Number two, the growth options in the Indian market are very, very less right now. Now, what is the meaning of growth options? This can be indicated from 2025 budget itself. In the entire budget speech, you tell me how much focus was given on growth. Okay. कुछ नहीं, राइट? वाई? बिकॉज दिस वॉज लाइक 2022 का जब बजट आया था, 2023 2024 तब ग्रोथ की बातें हो रही थी. बट इन 2025 बजट देयर हैज बीन नो मेंशन ऑफ ग्रोथ. आर जीडीपी स्लोइंग डाउन 5.4% ओनली. ओके, दिस इज वन. सेकेंड, इफ वी स्टेप बैक एंड लुक एट इट एज अ न्यूट्रल ऑब्जर्वर, देन अ वेरी सिंपल व्यू पॉइंट कम्स आउट कि अच्छा ग्रोथ है इंडिया में, बट वेयर विल द ग्रोथ कम्स फ्रॉम? Well, it will come from artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, semiconductor. These are the things where the growth will be generated. But are we doing any major push on these areas? The short answer is no. So therefore, we are struggling for growth. Even in 2025 budget, what has happened? Well, it's very simple that they have focused more on domestic consumption. अब आप बोलोगे domestic consumption से भी तो growth आती है, and domestic consumption is also very important. Yes, absolutely. Domestic consumption is critical. I advocate lower taxes. I'm very happy with the fact that tax cuts have been given. I'm very happy with the fact that all of us are rejoicing that fact. But there has to be a structural growth of the economy also. You need to pick areas where India can create massive impact, massive growth. Up until this point, it used to be IT, but even IT jobs are shrinking. The salary growth on IT jobs is not there. Then they came the startup phase, right? When Byju's type of startups got created, a lot of VC money was coming. Even that phase, it doesn't seem to be the case. जैसे आप, if you go pre 2018 2019, good growth in like startup salaries, but now it's not as if that people are making like crazy amount of money in terms of their salary hikes in these jobs. So where is exactly growth coming? I'll say कि अच्छा कहाँ पे फिर world में growth? भाई see, if you are आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग, अगर आप इस सब तरीके के काम करते हो, राइट, क्रिप्टो, ब्लॉकचेन एक्सेट्रा, रोबोटिक्स, नाउ हियर startups are paying crazy salary, but how many startups do you see coming out, or at least like, you know, high-end startups which could potentially dominate the world? For example, OpenAI, DeepSeek, Perplexity, these type of companies, where are they coming from? They are coming in US, China, etc. So वहाँ पे salary growth होगी. Why? Because those are growth areas. Now this is not there in the Indian market. This is a structural problem. Therefore investors are not coming. उनको चाहिए growth, right? Now what does this mean? Does it mean that Indian market will fall forever and it will not recover? So उसके लिए कुछ बातें आपको ध्यान रखनी है. The first critical point that you need to understand when you compare Indian market to the US market, number one point is that US market right now is structurally better. Okay, this is one. If you are a buy and hold investor, then US market is better for you. Why? बहुत ही simple सा reason है, because the growth areas are in the US right now. Now you'll say अच्छा फिर तुम चाइना भी जा सकते हैं. Issue in China is that they don't play the PE game. PE means कि expansion करते चले जाएंगे and you know like PE multiple, right? So stock को ज़बरदस्ती inflate नहीं किया जाता, right, in China, because most of the things are driven by the government itself. So they have no incentive in getting like foreign money by expanding the PE of the company, right? All these are finer points that I teach on my member community also, courses also. So in case you are a serious investor, I would highly encourage you to consider joining all these forums. The links are there in the description and comment box. Natural question comes then, okay, then Akshat, you were bullish about like the Indian market कि यार 5% 10% बढ़ जाएगा, वो नहीं होगा क्या? बिल्कुल होगा, right? Why? So see, so let me compare like S&P 500 and the Indian market. So आप देख सकते हो कि S&P 500 is still at an all-time high or almost at its all-time high. What about Indian market? Well, Indian market has already corrected by roughly 11% from its peak. अब ये तो 11% दिख रहा है आपको, okay? So this is 11% fall here, okay? But is this it कि ये 11% fall है? No. In fact, from October of 24, right, till now, right, Feb of 25, जो भी 4-5 महीने हैं, इसमें the INR itself has corrected by 3.5. So total, right, from a investor's perspective, the Indian market has fallen by roughly 15%. Okay, now this is the difference between Indian market right now and the US market. That Indian market right now, number one, and I'll write these points, Structurally better market कौन सा है? US. Okay, I myself am moving 50% of the portfolio to the US. In case you would like to check my entire portfolio, right, how I am building the entire portfolio, my buy sell calls, everything in the US market, I can only do it for the US market as per the regulations. I am a registered investment advisor in the Middle East. I am going to make my US portfolio public. In case you are interested in viewing that, you can check out the links in the description box. I have added details how you can access it. So anyways, the US market is structurally better on a long-term basis. If you're a buy and hold investor, right, US market is much better for you. If you are a trader, right, if you're a swing trader, कि यार अभी खरीद लेते हैं ये यहाँ पे, right, and then we will sell it off when the sentiments turn positive. The Indian market is good, right? There is no problem. There is no problem from that perspective. It's not as if that Indian market will fall. Okay. Third, if you want to protect your wealth, now what is the meaning of wealth protection? कि मान के चलो आपके 100 करोड़ हैं, right? बहुत अमीर हो आप इंडिया में, okay? And you're looking for options where you don't want to take too much risk कि भाई मेरे को risk नहीं लेनी ज़्यादा, right? I just want to protect my wealth कि 100 crore buying power, what I have, it remains 100 crores. Then which market should you go? You should go to the US, okay? It's better, okay? Fourth key point, that there are a lot of stocks. For example, if you take a look at defense companies, railway companies, भाइयों 10 गुना हो चुके हैं, 10 times, trading very high PE stocks, right? A lot of companies, Trent for example, right? It's trading at like 135, 140 PE, crazy number, okay? Now if you're buying these very high valuation companies, so Indian market में, right, अच्छी खासी पिटाई हो सकती है for these type of companies. So be very careful. Finally, if you're an Indian investor, it's high time to manage your expectation. The last few years have been good for the stock market, but going forward, from a structure viewpoint, जैसे आप अभी यहाँ पे खरीद लेते हो, no problem, right? But whenever the market goes up, right, आप इस point पे खरीद रहे हो, right? If this is the type of a channel that is getting drawn, if you're buying it here and then expecting like 10-12% CAGR, कुछ नहीं होगा. अगर आप SIP doer हो, तो you are going to match inflation. India over time has become a trading market. It will remain a trading market. That's how I am seeing it. Right, I am an international investor. I invest my money wherever I see opportunities, and I am giving you very honest take on it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.